Today we're going to go over the threading on the entry-level automatic needle threader for the Janome. You'll also find that it's the same style of threading on a lot of different brands. So even if you don't have this exact model, the threading process is the same. So we're going to start with our thread. And we're going to use the Mettler thread today. We're going to put it on our spool pin. And your machine comes with a variety of sizes. We're actually using the small spool pin for this spool of thread. And once we put that on there, we're just going to make sure that our thread can pull off smoothly. We're going to come over here. This is the tension for your bobbin winder. So we're going to make sure that as we slide our thread into that little tension knob, that we can feel the tension on our thread when we pull on it. We're going to bring our bobbin on from the inside out. We're going to thread our bobbin. And we're going to bring it over and put it on our bobbin winder. At this point, we're just going to press it over. Now on some machines, you're ready to go. Some you'll pull out on the hand wheel. There's a few options. On this one, all we have to do is just press it over. At this point, we're just going to go. Once our bobbin starts winding, we can then trim off this excess thread and finish by winding the bobbin to get it to where we want it to be. Once we click it back over to the left, we're back to our regular sewing. So I'm just going to trim the thread. We're ready to load our bobbin. You're going to want it to be nice and smooth, no lumps or gumps or anything. On this machine, we're going to press this button over to the right, which will allow our bobbin cover to pop up. And you'll notice on the bobbin cover that it has a picture of the bobbin. So it's showing us how to wind it counterclockwise to put it in the machine. So you want to make sure that your thread is coming up and over the bobbin counterclockwise. We're going to place it in our bobbin case. And then there's a little latch that it's going to catch into. And you just want to make sure that it is in this little slit right here. And you're going to ring it up and set it there. At this point, we can put our bobbin cover back onto our machine. So we're going to slide it in and close it up. Now we're going to wind or thread our machine. So we're going to follow the solid line. So we're going to hold it. One, you want to hear that little click when that goes in there. So I'm going to hold it with my right hand and kind of direct it and pull it with my left hand. So we're going to go down to 2, up on 3. This is where our take-up lever is. If you don't see it, you can use your hand wheel over here on the side, always to you. You're going to bring that until the take-up lever is where you want it to be. So then now we're just going to slide it until it makes it into the little hole in the take-up lever. And we're going to come back down. There's a thread guide back here above the needle. And at this point, we're going to make sure that the needle is in its upmost position. So again, at the hand wheel, we're going to bring it towards us until our needle is as high as it'll go. Now with our left hand, we're going to bring the needle threader down and it's going to swing forward into position. So we're going to continue holding that with our left hand. There's a little guide here. We're going to bring our thread underneath this little guide. And then there's another one over here by the needle. So we're just going to bring it and slide it up into position. So it's behind the plastic on the needle threader, but in front of the needle itself. At this point, we're going to keep that thread up into the back a little bit. You want to hold it with enough tension that it stays where you put it, but loose enough that when I bring the needle threader and allow it to come back out, it's going to pull the thread from our fingers. So with our left hand, we're going to let the automatic needle threader come up. At this point, it's going to create a loop of thread at the back of the needle. You're going to want to take and just pull that. And you'll see this thread in the front pulling back through the eye of the needle, and now your needle is threaded. So we're going to bring our thread. We're going to hold that upper thread that we just threaded the needle with, and again at our hand wheel, always to you. We're just going to do one full rotation. So we're going to have the needle go all the way down, and then the needle is going to come back up again, And with our upper thread, we've pulled up the bobbin thread. So we're going to take both threads, and then together they're going to go in between your foot and towards the back. And now you're ready to sew. So have fun making whatever it is that you want to make.